Hello and welcome to our shorter class. So this one could be used for a morning wake up flow, or maybe just one when you're feeling like you need a little bit of reinvigoration. So yeah, it's just a nice 20-minute-ish, 15-20-minute-ish flow, just to get you into your body, ready for the day, really grounding yourself, and just see how you feel. So rather than starting your day straight away, launching into it, just coming into it from a really good place of being present. Okay, so finding your comfortable seats. So maybe cross-legged or maybe kneeling. We're just coming into our body, dropping out of our headspace. And just gently close the eyes down or take a soft gaze out in front. And just start to come to your breath, noticing your inhale and your exhale. Feeling your sit bones grounding into the earth as you start to relax your shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. Breathing down into the belly, allowing it to expand out. And then taking that breath out of the body, softening through the belly. Nice mindful breath in and out. Dropping the shoulders down, allowing the elbows to feel heavy, softening through the arms. Just feeling that earth support you as you come into your day. You could maybe set an intention for your day, for your word that comes to mind and how you want the day to pan out. It could be slow, it could be peace, it could be love, it could be patient. Find a word that works for you, that when you say it quietly to yourself, it feels good. Take another deep breath in. And then tuck the chin down towards the chest, just feeling that stretch out through the back of your body. And you can gently open the eyes now as we lift up the head, taking the nose towards the ceiling. And bring your head back to center. We're going to reach those arms up, reaching them all the way up. Wiggle the fingers, circle the wrists one way and the other. And on an exhale, we'll drop the left hand to the side of the body and reach up and over. Just breathe into this shape, nice, slow, gentle movement, round through the spine, lift up. Then we'll take an inhale, lifting up. Exhale, right hand to the mat, reaching up and over. Round through the spine, letting it all the way back to center. Reach those arms up, relax the shoulders down, and then gently bring the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind, sit up nice and tall and turn belly, ribs and chest over towards the left. Don't push or force here, just have a nice soft movement here. Through center, left hand to right knee, sit up nice and tall, and take your gaze over towards your right. Beautiful. We'll come back to center, have a little shoulder roll, just a couple back, And then a couple forward. Just working with the breath. And then we're going to come forward onto all fours into our tabletop position. So knees underneath hips and shoulders. Wrist underneath shoulders even. Press into the tops of the feet. Allow those elbow creases to shine forward as we come into a few rounds of cat-cow. Neck nice and soft. As we drop the belly, lift up the heart, make the bottom big. Inhale. And then exhale, round through. Inhale. Lift up, drop the belly, waking up the spine. Waking up into a new day. Exhale, round through. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round through. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rounding through. Let's come back to that neutral spine, and we're going to bump the hips over to the left. Take the gaze over right shoulder. And bump the hips over to the right. Take the gaze over the left shoulder. And come back to center. Draw that navel in ever so slightly. Just find that neutral tabletop position. Curl the toes. We're going to take an inhale. We're just going to hover the knees up. Hovering up, drawing that navel in. Breathe. We're here for 3, 2, and 1, and release. Big toes together, knees nice and wide, and we'll take the sit bones back towards the heels, reaching those arms forward, and taking the chest and the forehead down towards the mat. Lift up the palms of your hands here as you come into extended child's pose, but a nice active palm and through the arms here. So you can either choose to be here or take a bend in the arms, hands come together. Walk the elbows towards the head and take prayer position over the top of the head. Just breathe into this shape. Release the hands back down to the mat. Come back up into your tabletop position. Curl the toes. Walk the hands slightly further forward, and we're going to lift up the hip bones. Sit bones, hips, into a downward dog. First downward dog of the day. Draw the navel in, bend the knees, take that bottom up to the sky. And then spread through the soles of the feet, bending one leg and then the other. A generous bend in the knees, then spread through both soles of the feet. Draw that navel in, give the head a shake, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Find a moment of stillness in your downward dog here. And then start to press into the palms of the hands. Draw the navel in. We'll take the left hand to the outside of the right leg. You might find knee, shin, ankle. Breathe. And then release the left hand back to the mat and take the right hand to the outside of the left leg. Maybe taking the gaze underneath the armpit. Release the palm of the hands. Draw the heels back down to the earth and walk the hands back towards the feet as we come into a standing forward. Take elbows into hands, have a little shake, a little sway from side to side. Bend the knees, take the belly towards the top of the thighs, tuck the chin and roll all the way up into mountain. Roll the shoulders back. Feet should be hip distance apart, a little micro bend in the knees. Draw that tailbone down, feel that upward energy through the front body, that grounding energy down through the back. Take the arms by the side of the body, lift the heart, open the palms, gently close the eyes down. We're going to take a nice wide stance on our mat. So feet nice and wide. Turn the big toes slightly in as we come into that big stretch, big star shape. Welcoming in that new energy of a fresh day. And bringing those hands down to the hips. We're going to hinge the hips back, come down to a nice flat back halfway down. Maybe take the arms out or keep the hands on the hips. And then maybe coming down a little deeper, hands may come to the mat. The crown of the head comes down towards the mat. Walk the hands back in line with the arches of the feet. Tuck those elbows in. Breathe into this shape. You may like to take a little twist here. The right hand comes towards the left foot, twisting up. And then coming all the way through center, left hand comes to right ankle, twisting up. All the way back down. Breathing, nice deep breath. Take the hands to the waistline as you come all the way back up to that nice flat back. All the way back up to standing. Beautiful. And we're going to turn those right toes forward as we come into a warrior two. So widening your stance here. Front heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. Nice generous bend in that front leg. Opening up. Arms at shoulder height, gaze towards the right fingertips. Big strong pose. This morning flow. Keep that front knee bent as you reach forward. Turn the palm up, reach back into peaceful warrior. Breathe. And then exhale, coming forward. Right elbow comes to top of right knee, reaching that left arm up into extended side angle. Stay nice and open through the chest. Keep it here, nice breath. Release. Hands come to the mat into a lunge. Open up through the chest. Hands come to the mat and step back into a downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Walk the feet together into the center of the mat. Take that right heel down towards the floor. We're just going to step up that left foot into the lunge. So left foot's forward. Then turn the back foot in line with the back edge of the mat as we rise up into warrior two. With the left leg forward, nice bend in the knee. Opening up shoulders, nice and relaxed. Gaze towards the left. Breathe. Reach the arm forward, and the palm up. Come all the way back into peaceful warrior. Feel that stretch through the body. Breathe. And then we'll exhale, left elbow comes to the top of the left knee. Reach all the way up into extended side angle. We'll release down, hands come to the mat, come into that lunge. Stay nice and lifted onto your fingertips. And then we'll step back into a downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And then we'll lower all the way down onto the knees. Come into a half plank. We'll keep it nice and soft. Breathe in and then we'll lower all the way down to the belly. Taking the hands off of the mat onto fingertips. Forehead comes to the mat. Press into the top of the feet. As we rise up into a cobra variation. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Push up into plank. Our only plank. Hold it here. And then we'll lower down to the knees. Take the knees nice and wide, big toes together. Take the sit bones back towards the heels. Reach the arms forward as we come into extended child's pose. Releasing the arms and the chest and the forehead down to the mat. One more deep breath in and out. Bring the knees together, swing them out to one side as we come onto our bottoms. Send the legs out long, sit up nice and tall. Just find a moment of stillness here. Allow that word of intention to come back to you. We're going to draw the right foot up towards the pelvis. Kind of center yourself on the mat here. And then we're going to turn our torso and our attention to our left foot here. We're going to reach the arms up. Nice active sole. You can take a bend in the knee as you're coming forward. So find that lift. Hinging forward, belly comes to the top of the leg. And the forehead can draw down towards the knee. So you can find your foot here to the mat, where you can just stay nice and lifted along through the spine. If you're happy here, stay here. Start to bring the head down towards the knee. And then gently roll all the way up. We'll switch feet. So left heel comes in towards the pelvis. Take our attention over towards the right leg. Spread through the sole of the foot. Bend in the knee, whatever feels good for you. Reach up those arms. And then we'll hinge forward, staying nice and long through the spine. So you might just be here. All good. What feels good for you? You have a big, deep bend in the knee. Just bring your belly towards it and stay nice and tall. Soft neck. Hinge forward. And then bring your forehead down towards your knee. Roll all the way back up. And the legs out in front. Just find length through your spine. And bring the feet up onto the mat, nice bend in the knees. I'm just going to windscreen wipe the legs over to one side. And just a nice wake up flow. to get you into your day. Bit of movement, being present with yourself, just allowing yourself to come into the day gently and loving. Lay the legs out long in front. We have a little core activation here, I think so. Bring your hands together and come into that steeple grip. We'll take the arms out in front, and lower all the way down. Drawing that navel in, allow your core to activate all the way down. Release the arms, take a full body stretch. Reaching the arms up and over the head, pointing the toes. Just allow the legs to feel heavy. Allow the arms to come out by the side of the body as you feel fully supported. And you can spend a few moments here in Shavasana. Just allowing yourself to absorb this beautiful morning practice. And then you may like to find your way back up into a comfortable seat. Or you can just remain in Shavasana, whatever feels good for you. Just make your way back up. You may like to rock on your back, crossing your legs, holding onto your big toes. Rocking up into a comfortable seat. And we'll take one breath together, lifting up the arms. Bringing the hands down towards the chest. Press into that heart center. Bow the head to your heart. Just give thanks to your magical body as you wake up and begin. I hope you enjoyed our shorter class. To join me. And you can do this at any point. So it doesn't have to be a morning flow. You might want something just to wake you up through the day, or you might like to do it in the evening if you've had a bit of a sluggish day and you just want to feel, you want to move your body a little. But this one, and my cat's now doing this on the sofa. You may like to find this at any point throughout the day, but it's a really nice practice just to do in the morning, just to get your juices and just to get your body moving before you actually launch yourself into the day. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.